Media impact on the police image within the community. Media has shown tremendous positive and negative effects on the public perception of police. The influence of television shows varies depending on the level of exposure. Knowledge of crime and understanding of law enforcement for most people come through media rather than from direct experience. Heavy viewers of television are likely to believe that the real world reflects the media compared to light viewers. Most television shows are believed not to cause crime itself but to cause exaggerated public alarm about law and order, which in turn supports repressive solutions which include policing. Broadcast media portray crime more than print media. Commercial channels air higher proportions of crime news than state-owned channels. Police and criminal justice systems, in general, have been portrayed in a positive light in popular fiction, as protectors of victims against extensive harm and violence. A study by the U.S. Department of Justice indicated that media has a negative influence on views on police based on publicized incidents. Most police supervisors who were interviewed in the study concluded that the performance of police in a real-life situation, especially in highly publicized incidents, is the total opposite of the success stories displayed in television shows. However, the percentage of respondents in the study who took issue with the police due to media reports in Los Angeles was only 35% compared to 65% who thought media had nothing to do with the police performance. This means the study had some errors or was not representative of the total cross-section of the public. It is believed that some media reports are not portraying the real situation on the ground. In some towns and cities, police enjoy positive coverage from the media in exchange for first-hand news on crime. In this arrangement, the media does not cover unsuccessful operations conclusively in these towns to cover up police ineffectiveness. The successful real-life stories of police rescue and apprehending of criminals seen in the news have had a tremendously positive effect on police and policing in public view. Crime based on television programming is not aimed at educating the public about criminology and sociological understanding of the cause of crime. It is based on the recognition of the crime not being primarily the result of crazy individuals. These programs portray some crimes as being overrepresented in society. Crime portrayed on television is more random, dangerous, and violent than in the real world. Popular television shows portray the police as effective, with a majority of the criminal cases being solved and criminals apprehended. However, police are over-dramatized and romanticized in these shows, while in the news the police are heroic, professional crime fighters. Based on the reality show Cops, American society regards police as white people, while black people are regarded as the main perpetrators. White men are overrepresented as police officers while blacks are overrepresented as violent criminals. This has caused a perception of white police officers from the point of view of black people, especially those living in neighborhoods with prevalent crimes. In most of these television shows, police are viewed to be using excessive force on black perpetrators. In Cops, women are not well represented as police. This may create a notion that the police job is not a woman's job, especially in the United States. Television shows like CSI or Law and Order give a skewed understanding of forensic science and practice. This has in turn affected the public image of the police. The effect of these shows on the image of the police is increased expectations of the criminal justice system, which has in turn resulted in biased jury decisions in court proceedings. The fact that these shows are based on real-life criminal cases, which are engaging, scientifically grounded, and theoretically viable forensic techniques and procedures, most viewers assume that the police in real life portray the same techniques and efficiency. The effect has been seen in some instances where lawyers lost cases because juries or magistrates expected the level of investigation carried out by police to be of the same level as those on television shows. The effect has been popularly known as the CSI effect. As a result, a police officer who performs their duties poorly is regarded as a failure because most people expect them to perform their duties like the police portrayed in these television shows. There has been a positive image of police portrayed by these television shows, especially in the youth. The increase in the number of students pursuing forensic science courses in colleges with the hope of becoming police detectives in the future confirms it. Television shows have portrayed police as effective and efficient. Most of the shows have only success stories. criminals are arrested and cases are successfully concluded with police on the winning side and the criminals being punished. The presentation of crime in the news increases public pressure for more effective policing and more punitive responses to crime. Crime news feature police as ineffective and incompetent. This has resulted in support for more police, more prisons, and more funding for criminal justice systems. Federal Bureau of Investigation statistics on crime has been questioned by experts. The real crime reported on the ground is far more than that which is documented by police. However, this fact is not common in the public domain, thanks to media reports and television shows. The media mostly reports successful arrests, patrols, solved cases, and timely responses, leaving out incidents with poor police success. Most televised crime shows like CSI, Law and Order, America's Most Wanted, and Cops have portrayed controversial police practices like racial profiling among others. Police are seen to be using excessive force when the perpetrators are young and of racial minorities. These media images of police using excessive force have been used by many as a source of information on the criminal justice system in the United States. Violence tends to be overrepresented in most television shows. This increases the perception of the use of force by police on citizens compared to actual rates of use of force. Violent crimes create fear among most people who live in neighborhoods with prevalent crime rates or have been exposed to criminal activities. Television shows have made them believe that police are effective while fighting crime. This notion has been caused by fear, which in turn has made them have great support for the police and their activities.